Krishna. Sri Sri Radha Govinda welcomes you all for our level 2 Bhagavad Gita as this course. We are dealing 6th chapter, and these courses are offered by ISKCON Mangaluru under the directions of His Grace Namanishta Prabhu. And these courses are based on the teachings of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. He's a founder Acharya, ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. We all we will quickly go through this we saw yesterday, so I'm not revising it again. So we'll directly go to the steps. Okay. Today we have an elaborate discussion yesterday. We saw all these different types of asanas. I don't know if Tanya and Soham saw this. Did you guys saw these pictures? Tanya and Soham?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you guys missed this. So these are different types of yogas that are there that people are currently doing. And this is one type of yoga that the person is doing, Ashtanga yogi. So this is his seat, right? Deer skin, something. This is modern yoga, which is having no connection with God. So So these are the stages. We'll quickly go through the stages, and then we can know. I yesterday we wrote them also, right? So these are the stages. First, yama. What is yama? Someone should read this for me. Who will read? Soham, you want to read the first one? Yama. What's there in there?
Yama 6.10. He should live alone in a secluded place and should always carefully control his mind.
Yes. So first thing is he should be in a secluded place. That is yama. And means externally he's stopping things. First thing is external. He should not sit in a most happening town, most happening city, and he cannot do any Ashtanga yoga. So he should go and sit in Himalayas or some forest or somewhere where no one can see him. Should go and sit in such a place. Okay, next one. Niyama. Soham, go ahead. Everything you will only read. All things. Okay?
Temperate in his habits of eating, sleeping, working, and recreation.
Yes. Niyama means now he comes to the body internally. So yuktahara viharasya. Eating should be proper. Sleeping should be proper. It's not that today I slept for 5 hours, and tomorrow I'm sleeping for 12 hours, and next day I'm sleeping for 8 hours. It's not very good. We should all the timing should be very proper because this body is a machine. So this machine should work properly. Means we have to give the proper rest to the body, right? That sleeping is very important. And what else? Uh, just a sec. And eating also. Actually, eating should be only half, half of the stomach. It's just like a washing machine, right? Washing machine, if you put the full clothes, how will it rotate? It's difficult, isn't it? So we have to put half. We should not put more overload, right? So eating half eating, right? Food should be half of the stomach, and one fourth should be air, and one fourth should be water. That's how we should maintain. So the maintenance of the body, this is actually very important. If we don't keep space for air, then the stomach bulges. Then it's obesity. We become fat because of that. Because we're not giving space for air and water. So we should not eat till here. Some people will eat till here. So we should not eat till there. Should eat half, right? Half of the stomach. We can feel it. If we can feel that we're eating more. So we should stop there. It's actually very good for any person, not only for Ashtanga Yoga, even for us, even to practice our bhakti properly. It's better to eat only half, and one fourth should be water, and 1/4 should be air because the food has to digest, right? It's like a machine. It has to digest inside. And the air, if the air is not there, if you eat till here, then where is the air? Then there is no air. So the stomach has to bulge. So there is an issue with the spinal cord also, and obese, and many things, many things. And we cannot sit properly also if you are eating too much. So it's very, very important to be conscious because this is the machine. We are in a machine. So the machine has to be taken care. Okay. Yes, yes, so go ahead.
Asana. Lay cushion grass on the
Sorry, go ahead.
Asana. Lay cushion grass on the ground and then cover it with a deer skin. The sea should neither be too high nor too low and should be situated in a sacred place. One should hold one's body, neck, and head in a straight line and stare steadily at the tip of the nose. Thus, with an unagitated, subdued mind, devoid of fear, completely free from sex life, one should meditate upon me.
Yes. So next one is asana. So now he's good. He's doing his yama properly. He came to a secluded place now. No one is there around him. Only he is there. He's alone. And he's carefully controlling his mind. So yama is okay. Then niyama. He's eating as much as he needed. He's sleeping as much as needed. And he's working and doing recreation as much as he required accordingly. And then now he has to sit. He has to sit on an asana. So the asana, it should not be too high or too low. Just for us also, if you are on the bed on the top, right? If you have to climb stairs and get on the top of the bed, then there is always some fear, isn't it? That we may fall down sometime. There is always that fear. This usually we experience, isn't it? So this yogi, if he is on the some top place where he's because there is always some fear inside, so it should not be like that. So he should not his seat should not be too high or too low, and it should be covered with the deer skin. Why? Does anyone know why it should be covered with the deer skin? Kusha grass. It's for cushiony effect. Uh, and on the grass that he covers it with the deer skin. Why? I don't know why the kusha grass is there, but I know about the deer skin. Any guesses? Why?
Because it helps.
Sorry? It
Because
helps?
yeah,
It helps for what?
for like sitting down.
Yes. Yeah, anything can be put right. Why specifically deer skin?
Because it's soft.
Why not? Okay, could be. So that may be one point, as Vihan is telling. But what I know, the point that I know is that their skin will have some foul smell or some smell that won't attract the snakes and the lizards and the scorpions and something because these are they walk on the ground, right? I mean, they spread on the ground, so that may cause harm to the yogi. So he keeps a deer skin so that no animal comes near him because of the smell. So that's what I heard. Okay. So yes. Yes, Soham. Pranayama. Soham, you're on mute if you're talking.
Pranayama. Practice stopping the movement of the outgoing breath into the incoming and incoming breath into the outgoing, and uh, thus
At last,
at last, at last remain in trance.
yes. Thank you. So here, next thing is he's controlling his life here. Pranayama. So now he's set. He's on his deer skin. He sat properly and he's erect. His body, neck, and head are on straight line. He's sitting steadily. His mind is not agitated, and he's completely meditating. He's sitting in a yogi posture. See the yogi here. And we are talking about this yogi here, right? And then he's controlling the air, and the air that he's taking in, inhaling and exhaling, is controlling that prana. Actually, there are six chakras in our body. So he'll take the life air from one chakra to other chakra. It's told like that. Okay, now we'll give chance to Vihan. Vihan, can you read the Pratyahara?
Okay, Mataji. Sensation of material existence.
Yes. Now, Pratyahara means now pranayama, he's controlling his life air, isn't it? Now, Pratyahara means he's stopping external things like eating, sleeping, and he's not even contacting with any of the people outside. He's not even he um, it's completely he's devoid of now he will see the stone, gold, and pebbles same. He won't see any difference between the three, and he sees his friends, enemies, envious persons, uh, everyone. He sees everyone equally. So he's practicing that. That stage is called pratyahara. And then dharana. So once he's out of this material designations that I'm so and so, so I have this responsibility, this family, this thing, that thing. Everything is no more. It's all finished. No, nothing is there now. Okay. Next dharana. Yes, Vihan.
Okay, Mataji. Disciplines his mental activities and becomes situated in transcendence, devoid of all material desires. He is said to have attained yoga.
Yes. Now dharana means now he's sat in a posture, right? Now he's free from all these material designations. It's like now if I see Rasgulla, I'll get an expression, I get a feeling. He won't get that. Did you all catch it? So now if you see gulab jam, we feel like eating it, isn't it? If you see something, there is some vritti. We call it vritti or vasana, or how can I tell it in simple terms? Uh, it's like uh, 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 a sense of doing, right? A sense of something. It may be happiness, sadness, some feeling is there, right? But for this person, he will not have any feeling of that. He sees gulab jam, he doesn't feel anything. He sees anything, something bad, he doesn't feel anything. So like that. So now in the stage of dharana, he's completely devoid of any material desires. He don't have even a tinge of material desire. And and he's meditating on the whole form of Paramatma, the 400 form of Paramatma, beautiful 400 form of Paramatma that we saw in the other slides, right? He's completely meditating on the whole form of Paramatma. He's sitting and he's meditating on the whole form of Paramatma. That is dharana, right? Next to dhyana. This is the next stage. Okay? Yes, Vihan.
Is it the 6.19 one?
Yes.
Okay. As a lamp in the windless place does not waver, so the transcendentalist whose mind is controlled remains always steady in his meditation on the transcendent self.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. So here, now dhyana. First we saw dharana. Dharana means what I said. He's meditating on the whole form of Paramatma, the beautiful form of Paramatma. He's meditating on the whole form. But he didn't fix his consciousness on one particular limb. But in the dhyana, he'll be fixed. He'll be fixed on one particular limb of Paramatma. Maybe Paramatma's lotus eyes, or Paramatma's lotus feet, Paramatma's lotus hands, anything. He'll be fixed on his meditation on Paramatma. He'll be fixed, very much fixed that he cannot take his attention out of it. He cannot bring his mind out of it. He's trying so hard. He's not it's actually happening very easily, but in the dharana he's trying so hard to focus, but in the dhyana he'll be fixed. That the comparison is given when the lamp, right, when the fire is there in a windless place, will the fire moves? No, right? It will be still. It's still. So like that, this person, this yogi will be still. So completely fixed consciousness on Paramatma in any limb, according to his interest, according to his desire, according to his attraction to that particular limb, Paramatma. And he'll be completely. He cannot take his mind out of that. Actually, it's actually very strong, very very strong stage, right? And then after that, what happens? Samadhi. Yes, we have the last one.
One is never shaken, even in the midst of greatest difficulty. This indeed is actual freedom from all miseries, arising from material contact.
Yes. Thank you, Vihan. So here, samadhi means now this person, now he's controlling his life air. He's getting all his life air. He's getting the life air to here, Shat Chakra. At the top, this is called Brahmarandra. See here for this person. You all can see here. See this hole on the head of the yogi. That is Brahmarandra. Here. From here the soul is going, right? So the samadhi means the soul will he's on the samadhi means he's completely fixed on Paramatma, and his soul will go will go out from the Brahmarandra, and it will directly go. There are different muktis. It can directly go to the to Paramatma, and he'll merge into Paramatma, or that is Sayujya Mukti. I think we don't need to know all those. We'll stop here. That this Brahma from Brahmarandra, it goes and he'll merge into Paramatma. So this is the ultimate destination for a Ashtanga yogi. Okay. So can anyone quickly tell me the names of all the 8 limbs that we saw? Tanya, you want to try
What?
the 8 limbs of Ashtanga yoga that we saw till now? Can you just tell the names?
Hello, Mama. Hello.
Do you want clue? I was asking about the Yama, Niyama, the names.
A clue would help.
Uh, I already gave the clue. The 8 limbs, right? I was just asking the names of the 8 limbs. First one is Yama, and the next one is Niyama. And then,
So you have to do a lesson. Yama.
did you write
Yep.
yesterday or not?
No.
Okay. Udyat, you want to tell? Today you write, please. Okay? Tanya?
Okay.
Okay.
Yama,
Yes.
niya, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi.
Yes. Thank you, dear. So, so there is no possibility of one becoming a yogi, O Arjuna, if he eats too much or eats too little, sleeps too much or does not sleep enough. So we saw this already. So one should engage oneself in the practice of yoga with determination and faith and not be deviated from the path. One should abandon without exception all material desires born of mental speculation and thus control all the senses on all sides by the mind. Gradually, step by step, one should be situated in trance by means of intelligence, sustained by full conviction, and thus the mind should be fixed on the self alone and should think of nothing else. So, see this person? Here, you see this person who is driving. Who is this person here? According to the point, where is it? Where is he sitting? It's just a figurative thing. Really, it won't be like that, but just like a figurative thing. Okay, this is intelligence, actually. Okay, this intelligence is fixing himself on Paramatma. I mean, Antahkarana, mind, intelligence, all of them. They're all sitting and they're solely focusing on whom? Who is this person here? The 400 form? Paramatma, isn't it? So they're focusing on Paramatma. It's just a figurative thing. But what exactly it means is to focus one's mind only on Paramatma, and he's not he's not interested in any of these material things. It's consciously taking out his interest on all these things. It's actually very difficult, isn't it? So that's why at last Arjuna says, Arjuna Krishna is since I'm durable and impossible for me. How can one do all this, Krishna? So Arjuna will be really. And who is Arjuna? He is the one who saw the bird of the eye of a bird. You remember the story? Does anyone remember the story of that? Dronacharya, during the time when they were learning Dhanur Vidya from Dronacharya in the Gurukul. So Dronacharya will call each of the person and he'll ask, "What are you seeing on the tree?" Then someone says, the first he'll call Duryodhan. He'll ask, "What are you seeing on the tree?" Then he says, he's seeing tree, he's seeing leaves, he's seeing fruits, and he's seeing many things he's seeing. And then next one, and then things come and people say they're seeing sky, they're seeing something. And they're saying bird like that. When Arjuna comes, Arjuna says, "I'm seeing the eye of the bird," right? He's so concentrated, and that Arjuna is telling that this Ashtanga is very difficult, Krishna. It seems really impossible. So Arjuna is not a normal person in any sense. And then later also for the Draupadi Swayamvara, also Arjuna was able to do so much, right? Does anyone know the story? How, what did Arjuna do? Little bit? No?
Yes.
Yes, Priya Mataji, go ahead.
He was supposed to shot the eye of a fish, but through the reflection of water, like the fishes were
Yes.
moving.
Yeah. Continue.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Mataji. Yeah, that's the essence. Mataji gave the essence. So he has to see the reflection and then uh, shoot the uh, fish eye, right? And he did it. So he's so concentrated. So he's telling this what such an Arjuna is telling. So we'll see that the yogi whose mind is fixed on me verily attains the highest perfection of transcendental happiness. He is beyond the mode of passion. He realizes his qualitative identity with the Supreme and thus be free from all his past states. Thus, the self-controlled yogi, constantly engaged in yoga practice, becomes free from all material contamination and achieves the highest stage of perfect happiness, the transcendental service of the Lord. See, this person is meditating on the Paramatma, the beautiful four-handed form of Paramatma. Actually, it is very difficult, but he's getting an opportunity to see Paramatma. Right? It's actually much greater than any material things. And above everything is what yoginamapi sarvesham madgaterantaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yo mam sameyuktamo mataha. The best of the yogis is yoginamapi sarvesham. The best among the yogis is the one who meditates upon Krishna. So that is bhakti yogi. So Krishna talks about that in the last verse of this chapter. A true yogi observes me in all living beings and also sees every being in me. Indeed, the self-realized person sees me, the same Supreme Lord, everywhere. Okay? So the one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I'm never lost, nor he's never lost to me. Such a yogi who engages in the worshipful service of the super soul, knowing that I and the super soul are one, always remains in me in all circumstances. He is a perfect yogi who, by comparison, by his own self, sees the true equality of all beings in both their happiness and their distress, O Arjuna. So here, see these pictures. Uh, Here, these are all the Vishnu Dutas, right? This is during the Brahma Vimohan Leela, where Brahma will steal all the calves and Gopa boys and everyone, and then Krishna creates everyone, the whole Vrindavan again. with all the Vishnu, with all the forms of Krishna only. He expands himself in all the cows, calves, whole thing he'll recreate again with by his expansion. So he's telling he's Krishna. The Paramatma is whom? He's also Krishna only, right? He's an amsha of Krishna. So this person who is a true yogi, what he's seeing, he's not seeing any people, any persons who are in the distance. He's seeing Paramatma in everyone's heart. See, he's seeing the four-handed form of Paramatma in everyone's heart. He's not seeing any external things. Whether a person is happy or sad, he's not observing that. What is this person? How is his vision? Our vision? Does anyone vision is like this now? No, right? If we see any person sad, we also become sad. If someone is happy, then we'll also be happy. That's how we are. But this person who is a yogi, even though he's doing activity, so he just sees the Paramatma in everyone's heart. It's pretty amazing actually to even think, right? So the necessity of controlling the turbulent mind. Although control of mind is undoubtedly a difficult process, nevertheless, control of mind is essential and obtainable only with constant practice and detachment. Krishna says abhyasa and vairagya. How can one control the mind? By doing abhyasa, by practice, and vairagya, by detachment. Detachment from what? From material things. And abhyasa is sadhana, is our devotional service. We should constantly be pushing ourselves to do as much devotional service as we can. That's the only goal. The whole human life is meant for tapasya, right? Here we have Srila Prabhupada and his disciples, right? Prabhupada's whole life was tapasya. Yeah, this was the story that I was telling. Oh, are there here? Yes. So this Arjuna, what is he went to the heavenly planets and he fought with all of them also. I don't know this story. I should check. I'll check tomorrow and I'll let you know. Does anyone know this story? No, right? This is also, I think Naranarayana Rishi is they both. I think so, but I should check. And this is Krishna and Arjuna. Okay. Arjuna said, O Madhusudana, the system of yoga which you have summarized appears impractical and undurable to me. For the mind is restless and unsteady. So Arjuna is telling, okay, here we were seeing no, such a great personality. Arjuna, he is telling, oh, it's very difficult to control the mind, Krishna. It's really difficult. I cannot do it. And then what Krishna says, it's still Arjuna only. Chanchalam himana Krishna pramati balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayuriva shudushkaram. Arjuna is telling that it's better to control the turbulent wind rather than controlling the mind. It's easy to control the turbulent wind that's blowing everywhere than controlling the mind. But Krishna, the mind is more difficult to control than the wind. So Arjuna is telling it's difficult, it's easy to control the wind compared to the mind. So do you all agree? Or Arjuna is exaggerating? It's true, right? Isn't it? It's actually easy to control the wind than to control the mind. Now if I think, right? Now if I think I have to be in India, immediately I'll be in India, isn't it? With the mind. You all agree? Now, if I think that I have to go to Japan, or if I think I have to go to China, then I can immediately go to China with the mind, right? So mind is super fast than even the wind, and it's very difficult to control. Whatever we think, now if I tell anything, immediately that the picture pops up, right? If I tell tiger, immediately you'll get the picture of a tiger, right? You're not seeing the tiger, but still immediately you'll get the picture, right? So it's actually very difficult to control the mind than the wind. So there is no exaggeration at all. It's the truth. So as I was telling, we have to focus both abhyasa and vairagya should go hand in hand. We should practice Krishna consciousness. When we do practice Krishna consciousness, then vairagya will be a byproduct. We don't have to really try for it, actually. That's the beauty of Bhakti Yoga. If we start doing Krishna consciousness, then the interest for material things will completely will be washed away, actually. That's the beauty of Krishna consciousness. That's the higher taste. And so when we are doing Krishna consciousness, no, three things happen at a time. That is like when we are eating, right? When we are hungry, when we start eating, the hunger diminishes, we get nourishment, right? And then tushti, pushti. Our hunger is suppressed, right? Our hunger is suppressed. Our that is first is hunger is suppressed, tushti, nourishment, pushti, and we get energy. Similarly, when we are doing Krishna consciousness, also the the taste for Krishna conscious increases, and the taste for the material things decreases, and will be enthusiastic, will be happy by doing Krishna conscious activities. Three things happen simultaneously. Okay. So trying to practice yoga while engaging the mind in material enjoyment is like trying to agitate a fire while pouring water on it. Similarly, yoga practice without mental control is a waste of time. So here it's Prabhupada, in the Prabhupada is telling that if you are doing yoga and doing whatever the mind says, then it's just like pouring water on the fire, doing both the things at a time. Will that work? It's just waste of time. It's not very good. So now Arjuna is asking, okay, Krishna, now what happens to a person who who is who tries to do all this, but he's unsuccessful. Now he is suppose he may be in the pranayama stage and he'll die, and he may be in the pratyahara stage, he will die. What happens to such a person? What happens to a person who don't reach samadhi, who don't reach the topmost one? What happens to such a person? So unsuccessful translate this either how Krishna is telling they may go to heaven and they can enjoy for a long time being in the pious planet, and they'll come back as in an aristocratic family or in a rich family. So any person, no one is there in that place by chance. Everyone is completely acting according to their previous karma. Why I'm here, it's according to my karma. Why you're all there, it's according to your karma. So no one, we cannot blame anyone, actually. But if you're blaming, then we're still far away. Actually, the blaming thing, it's not, it's actually on the platform of body, but according to Krishna, or according to the dharma or shastra, what it is whatever we are facing, either it's happiness or distress, it's completely because of our past misdeeds, past deeds, not misdeeds. If we are getting some negative reactions, then it's due to the past misdeeds. No one is responsible. They're just the postman. If someone is coming and harming us, that person is just a postman. The karma is coming and hitting us. So that should be the way of looking at it. Although he begins the process of self-realization with faith, he later deceases due to the worldly mindedness and thus do not attain the perfection in mysticism. So here Arjuna is asking the question that what happens to that unsuccessful transcendentalist? So, O mighty armed Krishna, does not such a person who is bewildered from the path of transcendence fall away from both the spiritual and material success and perish like a ribbon cloud with no position in any sphere? Arjuna is really concerned of this person. What happens to this person if he could not achieve the samadhi stage? If he has to die somewhere in the middle? So what is his position? What happens to him? So here, Krishna is telling, now Arjuna is asking, will he become like a ribbon cloud? So the analogy is, so now this person, he left the material happiness, right? He's seeing Paramatma, he's not seeing Paramatma, he's still not in that stage. He completely lost taste in the material things. Now he's not getting the spiritual thing. So two ways he's struggling, isn't it? Do you all catch the point? Now he's not getting anything materially because he lost the taste for the material things, and he's not so much elevated that he's able to see Paramatma also. So what happens to such a person? He's just like a ribbon cloud. Now the cloud, what happens to the cloud? When the wind comes, what happens to the cloud? Vihan, what happens to the cloud if the wind comes?
They get blown away.
Yes, then what happens? By the wind, what happens? What happens to the cloud?
It gets pushed around.
And pushed around, and what happens? What comes from the rain? Sorry, what comes from the cloud?
Rain.
Rain. Yeah. Okay. So now the rain comes, then what happens to the cloud? Yes, Vihan. Now the rain comes, and then so what happens to the cloud? Will the cloud remain or not?
I don't know.
If the rain comes, will the cloud will be or not?
No.
No. Right. Right. So generally, if the rain comes, then the cloud is the gas is converting into water, right? Like solid, liquid, and gas. The three stages of water. So when the vapor form is this is what is it called? Does anyone know what is it called? Now the water forming the vapor is evaporation, right? What is it called when the vapor is converting into water? I think it's in chemistry or biology.
Condensation.
Condensation. Yes, Udya, thank you. I was just curious. Okay. It's not Bhagavad Gita. Some extra point. Okay. So this is my doubt, O Krishna. So I ask you to dispel it completely. But for you, no one is found who can destroy this doubt. So Arjuna is telling, Krishna, please clarify this doubt. What is it? What happens to such a person? Actually, Arjuna is very concerned of such a person. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O son of Pratha, a transcendentalist engaged in auspicious activities does not meet with destruction either in this world or in the spiritual world. One who does good, my friend, is never overcome by evil. So it's such a nice thing that Krishna is telling that this person there is never loss. Anything that's taking us towards our eternity to go to a real swarupa, to get a real identity as a soul and being a servant of Krishna or seeing Paramatma. All these are eternal things, right? So there is no loss at any of these things. So we'll stop mostly by this. So we can continue, I think. We'll quickly go through the story. I know many of you may be knowing the story. Who knows the story? Does anyone want to volunteer? No one knows the story? Who is this person here on the deathbed?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Then it's really an interesting story. I thought you know it. Okay. So this person who is sleeping on, he's here, right, on the bed. He's on his deathbed. So the persons who are very horrible here, isn't it? They are the Yamadutas. They came to take him. So we'll go some years back. Now he's at his 90s or 80s, I guess. Just maybe in the 80s. Okay. So now we'll go when he's in his 20s, right? He's a very nice Brahmana, and he used to, and you know his name. His name is Ajamila. His name is Ajamil, and he was his in his 20s, and he sees some. He's a very nice Brahmana. He used to be a very nice Brahmana. He has very nice wife and very nice family, parents. He used to take care of them very nicely, right? And then what happened? One day he's going to some other place, and then he sees some unwanted things. He's seeing some prostitute with some shudra, and he'll get attracted to it, and he'll come back home and he'll be thinking of that prostitute only. He'll be thinking, oh, she's very nice. He's trying his best to control, but he was not able to control. So what happened? He tried his best to control, then he was not able to control. He wants to go to her, and then what he does? it's actually very sad that he will send his wife away. He says, I don't want you. He'll send his chaste wife away. He'll throw his parents out of the house. He'll leave their parents. He'll take all the money from their parents, and he'll put everything, all the money that he has, he'll put for that prostitute. And then time passes, and at this age, right, at his 90, he has a 4-year-old boy around him. And what is his name? His name is Narayana, right? So this person, he has a small baby boy born who is 4 years old, and he loves that Narayana very much. Wherever Narayana is there, Narayana, 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 Narayana. He loves Narayana so much. He takes care of he takes care of Narayana. He feeds Narayana. He's so fond of Narayana, and so. At the time comes where the Yamadutas will come, right? See the Yamadutas here, how horrible they are. Actually, Yamadutas, they'll try to take the soul out of the body. So they're trying to take the soul of Ajamil out of his body, but Ajamil don't want to come out. So when Ajamila saw these Yamadutas, then he will be scared. Oh, my Narayana, something may happen to Narayana, because Narayana was playing around him. So he says, Narayana, just by saying that, uttering that name, Narayana, Narayana, with 4 syllables, 4 Vishnudutas will come running. See how they are coming? And they're coming and stopping Yamadutas. So Yamadutas are telling, oh, why did you come? Why did you come here? Then the Vishnudutas are telling, he has no sins now. So these Yamadutas will be bewildered. Oh, he's such a sinful person. You can't even imagine how sinful he is. He threw his wife out. He threw his parents out. He's such an abominable person. He eats meat. He's full of he's full. He's always he's always in intoxication. Even at the age of 90, he's still he's very bad person. He say they give all his list, and then Vishnudutas tell, yes, he might be dead, but now he has no sins. Can you all guess why? Why the Vishnudus are telling that he has no sins anymore?
Because he said Narayana.
Because he said Narayana. Right. So our Acharya Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Pad, he says that it's not that when at the time of death he said Narayana Vishnudutas came or his sins were gone. He says that first time, right, when the Namakaranam ceremony was happening for the Narayana, he has to go and utter in the ear of Narayana, isn't it? That the baby, the father should go and tell Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. He should tell 3 times, right? Usually. So when he said for the first time in the ear of Narayana, of like Narayana, just by telling once, right? Just once. By just telling that Narayana once, his past, present, and future sins. The three things, not even the past, not even the present, the future sins also have gone just by telling once Narayana. But the condition is he's offenseless. That's the condition. Now we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. How many times? I'm chanting 16 rounds, 2 hours or 2.5 hours it takes for me. And Uddhav is chanting for an hour. And Vihar is chanting 15 minutes or so, Vihar, or 20 minutes.
Like 20 minutes.
20 minutes. See, and still we are not going to, still Vishnudas are not coming for us, isn't it? We are chanting so much. Still Vishnudutas are not coming. But Ajamil, he just chanted once Narayana and Vishnudutas came. So why? Why is it so? Why Vishnudutas are not coming for us? Because we have offenses. We have offended devotees. Actually, Ajamil is very lucky, super lucky. It's actually virala, very rare for such a person, because he never came in contact with devotees at any time, and he never committed any offense towards the devotees. Now there is any devotee who is going in front of us, and we don't know, and we didn't offer obeisance. Still, it's an offense because we didn't offer the obeisance to the devotee, right? There is many things in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. We'll get to know all this, but it's actually extremely rare case. But Sukadeva Goswami, this is the story from Srimad Bhagavatam. Sukadeva Goswami brings this story to tell Parikshit Maharaj how glorious is the Nama, how glorious is the name of Hari, any name. So for Kali Yuga, Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Namaiva Kevalam Kalau, Nastyaiva, Nastyaiva, Nastyaiva na Gataranyata. But in the Kali Yuga, the only this 16 syllable Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that's the only way. There is no other way. So that's the story. Was it interesting? Was it nice? It's really nice, right? I really like this story very much because the importance of holy name, we really overlook it, but it's actually the holy name is so powerful, so potent. We should take full advantage of holy name. Hmm. As much as we can, we should take the holy name. Right? So, and any aparadas, right? Any offenses that we committed, just by chanting, we can get rid of all the offenses. That Nam Nam Kali Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti. All the energies are there in the holy name. We should be really, even for me, I'm preaching to myself also. We should be very uh, we should be very enthusiastic about chanting the holy name because that's the Narayana Kavacha. That's the protection from the devotee. Anything that we do, whatever, knowingly or unknowingly, we might have done many things. Not only in this birth, previous births, many births have passed. We might have did many offenses, but the holy name is the savior. It's actually the savior. No one can save us other than the holy name. We have to chant with all heart to the holy name. We have to pray to the holy name. That when I really want to serve the holy name. That should be the mood. Serving the holy name. Not that offenses should go. This should not be the mood. But I just told the story because to know that we may be committing offenses, but our mood of chanting should not be that my offenses should go. Our mood should be to serve Krishna, to please Krishna. Krishna, I'm chanting to please you. This should be the mood. Okay? So we'll quickly finish this chapter. It's just, and we already saw this. What happens to that person who is an unsuccessful yogi? He'll come back into a pious family, and then he'll because of that vasanas, because of the tendencies of being in that yoga practice, he'll take up yoga immediately in this life. So there is no problem for him, right? So, the unsuccessful yogi, after many years of enjoyment on the planets of pious living entities, he's born into a family of righteous people, into a family of rich aristocracy. So, who is here? Who is he? Does anyone know? Who is this baby here?
Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, yes. Thank you, Vihar. So, or an unsuccessful yogi, after long practice of yoga, he takes his birth into a family of transcendentalists who are surely great in wisdom. Suddenly, such a birth is rare in this world. So, such a person who goes to the stage of dhyana or the dharana, it's very rare, right? So, on taking such a birth, he revives the divine consciousness of his previous life and he again tries to make progress in the order to achieve the complete success. So, O son of Kuru, so this person, because of his previous vasanas, even though he becomes anything, so still he regains. The story is about the Bharat Maharaj here, right? The Bharat Maharaj, we know this story. We heard this story before also. He becomes a deer in his next life, and again in after becoming a deer, he remembers his past life because of Krishna's arrangement, and the next life he'll become Jada Bharat. So this Jada Bharat, no, he's very conscious now because he know how he became a deer because of the attachment to that baby deer. So in this life, he's completely he acts like dumb and deaf. He won't talk to anyone. He won't hear anyone. He's completely self-realized. Atma Rama. See here. See this person. So then in the third life, he'll go back to Krishna. So there was another picture of Jada Bharat also. Here this person. See here, he is Jada Bharat. You know what he's doing here? In Jada Bharat, so he's Bharat Maharaj, right? So actually, he's He's sitting somewhere alone. So these people who are the soldiers of Maharaja Rahugana, who is sitting in the palanquin. His name is Rahugana. So he's sitting on the palanquin, and there was one person. They need a person to carry the palanquin. So they saw Jada Bharat, so they'll call Jada Bharat. Oh, come here. So they don't know the exalted position of Jada Bharat, that he is such a great devotee. He was already in the bhava stage, right? We saw the different stages of bhakti yesterday, isn't it? You remember the names? The last one was prema. Above, next to it, below to it was bhava. So he was in that stage. So he came over all the stages and he was still bhava, the Bharat Maharaj. So he was really an exalted devotee. So they don't know it. So he'll call them. He'll call Jada Bharat. And Jada Bharat is holding. And then here, when he's walking, he's carefully walking because he don't want to harm the ants on the floor. He don't want to step on the ants. So he's jumping here and there because the ants are everywhere, isn't it? On such a place, generally ants would be everywhere. So he's trying to not step on the ants and he's jumping here and there. And the person who is in the palanquin, he's not feeling comfortable. See, the Rahugana, he's scared. He's scared that he may fell down, right? So this person is holding and he's trying his best to be on the palanquin. So this Rahugana will come down and he'll scold Jadabharat initially. He'll tell that I'll arrest you, I'll put you in the jail and things. He says many things. And then Jadabharat will tell one thing. Oh, you're talking, you cannot do anything to me because I'm not this body. So just telling that, he just told, oh, you cannot do anything to me. If I tell that, Rahugana would not mind much, but when Jadabharat is telling that, when he's telling with gravity, with so much realization, with so much conviction. So Rahugana immediately he surrendered. He said, please accept me as your disciple. So actually Rahugana is very intelligent, isn't it? Just by one word, just by hearing that one sentence from Jadabharat, he understood the exalted position of Jadabharat, and he immediately said, I want to become the disciple of you. So it's told, all these things are told because there is no loss, there is never loss in bhakti. So by virtue of divine consciousness of his previous life, he automatically becomes attracted to the yogic principles, even without seeking them. Such an inquisitive transcendentalist stands always above the ritualistic principles of the scriptures. And so who is the best yogi? The yogi who engages himself with a sincere endeavor in making further progress, being washed of all contaminations, then ultimately achieving perfection after many, many births of practice, he attains the supreme goal. So who is the topmost yogi? Yogis. So he's Srila Prabhupada. The topmost yogi, the yogi is greater than the ascetic, greater than the empress, greater than the spiritual worker. Therefore, O Arjuna, in all circumstances, be a yogi. Yoginam api sarvesham adhyatenantaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yuktatamo mataha. Of all yogis, the one with the greatest faith who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself, and renders transcendental loving service to me, is the most intimately united with me in yoga, and the highest of all. That is my opinion. And Krishna's opinion is final. We won't hear any other's opinion. Why? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? He says, so such a person who always thinks of Krishna and who always does Krishna service with faith, he's the topmost yogi, according to Krishna. The same thing. The topmost yogi. Okay, Vihan, you want to read this, Vihan?
And of all, okay, Mataji, and of all the yogis, he who always abides in me with great faith, worshipping me in transcendental loving service, is most ultimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all.
Yes. So the topmost yogi is the bhakti yogi, who and among that who always abides in thinking of Krishna with great faith. So that's the entry door, right? I told. What's the entry door to enter into bhakti? Strong faith, right? Dhrida Shraddha. So that's the goal. So that's the end of the chapter. The topmost yogi. So we'll end it here. Pancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Bol. Thank you all. So